Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to Beauty Over 70 with Lee. And if you're new, I'm Lee, and I welcome you to my channel today. On this channel, you're going to find beauty, skincare. We're going to do Get Ready With Me, where I put on a full face, show you how I do it, and list the products and tell you the products that I use on my face. You're going to find lifestyle, you're going to find fashion. I'm going to do home decor, I'm going to do hauls of all kinds. I'm going to do home decor, and I'm going to take you thrifting with me, and I'm going to do some DIYs. So on this channel, Beauty Over 70 with Lee, you never know what I'm going to get into. So hit the subscribe button and stick around and take the journey with me. This is free. When you're on YouTube, if you've been on YouTube for a long time, you probably know that. But there's a lot of new people that really don't realize that YouTube, subscribing to a channel, is totally free. You're not locking yourself into anything. It's totally free when you hit that subscribe button. But this channel is geared toward the over 70 women. I do have a lot of subscribers that are in their 50s, and so I'm 74. I'm retired, of course, and I love what I do, so I love sharing things with my subscribers. So I invite you to come along with me, and today I have already put on my face today. I had some things I needed to do early, so I already put on my face. I intended to do a Get Ready With Me, but I have already put it on, so I'm going to show you the products that I have on my face today, and we're just going to chat. How does that sound? Okay, so if that sounds good, like I said, I'm 74, and we're going to share things on aging. We're going to share how we do 100 plus to keep ourselves from looking 74. There's not a lot you can do because, we have sags and we have bags and we have bumps and lumps and aches and pains, but we're alive and we are blessed. We are richly blessed. And first of all, I do want to say, I was actually raised and went to school in the Sunshine State, and my prayers, I have prayed so hard for the Sunshine State, the Floridians that got hit with Hurricane Ian. My heart breaks, and we always say, what can we do? What can we do? We can help. We can pray. We can donate, because you never know when your state is going to be hit with that type of disaster. Maybe not a hurricane, but a tornado, a fire, anything. I live in East Tennessee, and we got a little bit of rain off of the hurricane, but not nearly what we needed, because it's been so dry in our area. But again, I want to say my prayers go out to everyone that was affected, the loss of life, the grieving. The rebuilding is going to take years to rebuild all that, and we've heard so much of it on the news, and I just wanted to touch briefly and say that my heart literally goes out to all the people in Florida that were affected, and I just wanted to say that. So enough said. Okay, let's get back to what I want to show you and tell you what I have on my face today. And first of all, I already cleaned my face, put moisturizer on my face. I use my Lancome Renergie firming cream as my moisturizer this morning. And then I used my primer, which is by Philosophy. That is my favorite primer that I use. I use that. And then I came along with my Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. And I think I mixed a little bit of this light honey color with a little bit darker color because I found it was a little light, a little pasty. So I did mix a couple. When I'd go with the Tarte Amazonian Clay, I normally have to mix 2 colors to get the right color that I need. It depends on the time of year that it is, of course, as we all do, ladies. But anyway, this foundation, I swear, I cannot use a tube of this up. It goes so sparingly, so sparingly. So I did mix a couple of this light honey with another color, just a touch of another color, a little bit darker, and mixed that together, made my little motion potion, and stirred it up with my little spatula, and brushed that on with a brush. And then I went over that. With my my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I avoided the eye area. The under eye area, which I have such sags and bags that, you know, and that's from, I don't know, just age, a lot of salt, eye issues that I have, facing double cornea transplants down the road, using a lot of drops for the edema in my eyes. So anyway, I used the e.L.F. Light Peach Concealer, and today I use the one in the black tube. I have both. The white tube is more moisturizing, but I did use this one because, you know, I'm trying to use a lot of this stuff up. It does get rancid after a while. So I used the black tube in the light peach in the e.l.f. and then blotted that on, and then took my little good old Morphe brush. I love this brush. And dipped it in my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And you can't hurt your skin with this. It just kind of is like feels so good. It's like a fluff puff. It just bends, and it's just, you know, you can't really, I just love this brush. And I will list everything in the description box below, ladies, so you can, if you want to pick up any of these products, you can. And let me get my magnifying glass and I'll tell you this number, but I love this brush. This is number 501, and it's Morphe. And I use this to just brush on after I do my concealer. I brush that on and pat the Laura Mercier translucent powder over the eye area around the under eyes to set that. And then, of course, I use a large powder brush just like that. A large powder brush to set the rest of my foundation. And I went ahead, like I said, done everything, totally everything. And my eyes, I use the Essence mascara that I always use. I go between 3 or 4 mascaras. Today I use my Essence in the green. I love that mascara. It's so economical. I pick it up at Ulta. I keep 2 or 3 in back stock, and you know, every 2 months I ditch that and pull out a new one for the contamination. And for my brows, I just used it with good old NYX Auburn liner. The brows are a problem for me because I had thyroid issues. I lost a lot of brows, and let's face it, it's just plain old age to where you get sparse brows, so it's hard to get them straight. But anyway, it's just a pencil that you sharpen, and I just use the Auburn because of my hair coloring with the light, the red color, natural red head, and I have it highlighted, and the gray and all that we have to deal with, ladies. Again, the bumps and sumps and bags and tugs and everything that we have to deal with. And on my eyes, I just put on good old MAC Burley shadow for my wash color that I put this on. I use this, I don't know what I would do if they ever discontinue MAC Burley for a wash color on my eyes. I love this, and I've used it for so many, many years. Too many years to count. Makes me age to think about it. But anyway, that's a staple for me. And for my eyes today, I actually used an Essence. And it's called Bronze This Way, because going into fall, this is what I use on my eyes today, ladies. And this little orange, pick that up, and don't you see the color there that I just used? This color right here, the darker color right there. I used the darker color and just blended that in the crease, just like so, just with my little MAC brush. You've heard me talk about this 219 forever. I used the darker brown, and I just blended that in, follow the crease, put it right in the crease bone, right back in there, and just wipe it back and forth and blend it out. And then for the lighter color, right here on the lid, once I got it all blended on the lid right there to open the eye up, I used this color right here, the light color. And I didn't use any of the other colors. They're bronzy and shimmery. I didn't touch that. I just used the two colors, the dark and the lighter color in the Essence, and it's called Bronze This Way. These little things are so, there's like 6 colors in here, and these little things are, I picked up a green here a while back, and I really like those colors, so that's what I have on my eyes today. And for my blush, ladies, I gotta tell you, I have had this blush, I can't tell you how many years. This blush has got to be at least 10 years old. Now you're probably saying, Lee, somebody with a skincare background, working in skincare and cosmetics all those years, you know you should not keep a blush 10 years. But I'll tell you, this MAC blush, I challenge anybody to try to use a MAC blush up. This thing goes and goes and goes. It's like the Energizer Bunny. This is called Peach Twist, and I really don't even think they have it. I don't know. They may have it, but I don't even think they have it anymore, because this is so super, super old, and it's a good fall color and with my color. And I just put that on, put a little blush on there, and oh, my cheeks are getting fatter and fatter. I'm gonna have to stay off the sweets and stop indulging in the ice cream. How do you do that? I don't know. Life gets very boring if you don't have ice cream every now and then, right? I know it does for me. So Peach Twist is what I have on my fat cheeks today. And I just put it on with a just regular little blush brush. And a lipstick that I have on today is Maybelline, and it's called Copper Charge. Copper Charge is the lipstick I have on today in Maybelline, and I must have 24 tubes of Maybelline. They're so inexpensive, and it's number 166, and it's called Copper Charge. And this is just a fall color, one of my colors. And I love the coral copper colors, because with my coloring, it's just perfect, and it works good for me year-round, but especially in the fall. Those are my colors. Copper Charge by Maybelline, number 166. Sounds like we're playing bingo, don't it? But anyway, and I lined it with a good old MAC, a liner, and it's called Mahogany. And again, this is so old, it's self-sharp, or you have to sharpen it. In other words, it's a MAC, and it's called Mahogany, and I lined it with that. And this liner will do a lot of mileage on a lot of lip colors if you're in the copper brown colors, so you can get away with that. And for just a little bit of gloss, I use the good old NYX, the butter gloss, and it's called Fortune Cookie. These little things you can just pick up, and I just put a little bit, as you can see in the pucker, just to give me a little bit of sheen, but not a lot. And I went over everything. I always go over everything with my good old Hourglass Ambient Light palette. This is fairly expensive. I think it runs, I don't know, I'm guessing. I've had mine so long, 50, maybe, I don't know, it may be more than that, I'm not sure. But it's Hourglass, and I use the Ambient Light one. And again, that's the color that I use. And I just take my big powder brush, my big MAC. No, I'm sorry, this is not MAC. This is it. It's it. It's it Cosmetics. And I just swipe right across there. I just swipe one swipe across there. And I just kind of set everything down on the neck. And it just gives you a very nice glow. It just finishes everything off and sets everything. And put a little bit more blush right there with the lights and everything. I feel like I'm getting a little washed out here. But anyway, and then my fragrance of the day, I always put on a fragrance. It's like burning a candle for the ambiance. I always put on a fragrance when I get dressed in the morning. If I'm not even leaving the house, I always put on my fragrance. And today I put on Philosophy. I have 2 or 3 fragrances that I use religiously. I don't like a lot of fragrance. I have sensitivity to a lot of them, and they just bother me. But one of my favorites is Philosophy, and it's called Fresh Cream. Now, this one, as you can see, it's pretty far down. And this is Warm Cashmere. And it has a little bit more warmth and spice in it than the regular Fresh Cream. I do prefer the regular Fresh Cream rather than the Warm Cashmere. But in the wintertime, if weather gets cooler, I'll pull this one out and I'm going to hang on to it, you know me, till I get every spray out of that bottle. I do like my fragrance, and I just spritz a little bit here and a little bit there. And this absolutely is awesome fragrance. This is one of the fragrances that I use. Another one that I use is by Philosophy as well. And but we won't get into that. We're talking about the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. And like I said, my favorite in the Fresh Cream is just the regular. It comes in 2, and it's a little bit lighter, and I do like that. But anyway, I want to thank you for watching today, and I'm going to list all of the products in the description box below. You can always go on the description box and you can see. Sometimes I don't. Now, you can't say always, but most of the time I will list the products in the description box. So if you go on when you pull me up on my channel, you just go to the description box. And one day I'm going to do a little video and I'm going to show where the description box is. I've had people ask me, Lee, where is the description box? How do I find the description box? So, I'm going to do a little video and I'm going to show where the description box is. But, you'll go on there and you'll see the videos, and you'll go across, and there's a little, almost like a little triangle that points down to the right, and you click on that, and that will open up over to the right, and it'll open up, and all that will drop down. And it's called, some people call it the description box, others call it the show more box, depending on how long you've been on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 9 months now, and I call it the description box. But and it's on the about, and you can, when you click on the about there, that will tell you everything, what part of the country I live in, and my P.O. Box is there. I've had people ask me for my P.O. Box. People have reached out to me on my address. So my P.O. Box, if you want to if you want to message me, send a card, or get in touch with me for any way, my P.O. box is on the about or in the description box as well. So it is there if you want to reach out to me that way. So I just wanted to tell you that. But again, I'm going to list everything that I have on my face, and I've been working in the garden. I've been doing some home decor video in my kitchen, trying to work at my condo. Been a long, hot summer, and I think the last video I done was working in my condo garden. So I kind of joked around and said I had to come back to my little studio here and start doing some cosmetic videos to rest. And that's very, very true, because it's hard work, but it keeps me in shape. So I'm fortunate and blessed that I do have the health to do what I do. And I'm not complaining. I am just richly blessed. And I'm blessed to have my friends as subscribers. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your time as you tune in every week to watch Beauty Over 70 with Lee. And I just cannot tell you what it means to me. This is an outlet for me, and I just can't tell you from the bottom of my heart verbally what it means for you, for me, for you to come back week after week and leave me a comment and support and let me know that you're watching. Because I don't know you're watching unless you leave me some sort of comment and watch the video through, because you never know what's going to pop up at the end. So again, I'm going to cut it off here. I thank you for watching. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. As I always say, go out and make today better than yesterday, and always remember that I love you. And I hope you come back to see me. And if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to. It's free. It's totally, totally free, and it does support my channel. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, and talk to you later, guys. Love you. Bye.